born, and I could not have been. We have some extra people on here with us.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
We have
we are. Oh, you said you prefer me.
We have little furry babies, so if they start acting up, we apologize.
It's all good. So we're officially live now. So it's going to take a few moments. We're going to let some people roll in, and then we can do intros and get started. I'm super excited. And I'm still really loving the hair. You look good.
Right? It's so Tina.
Oh, very much so. I like it. I love how bright you are. I feel like even though I have windows open, it seems so dull.
This whole room is windows. We're so lucky. It's finally sunny here. You know, we just had a snowstorm in Nashville.
Mm-hmm. You know, we had a snowstorm in Texas too.
Oh yeah. Oh, you had it. Honey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't even have said anything. I apologize.
No, I was super. I talked to a lot of people from New York recently, and so when you talk to somebody from Buffalo, New York, and you're complaining about 3 inches of snow, like they're like, "Come on."
Yeah.
They're more equipped for the snow.
They're equipped.
Yeah. They were ready.
Yeah, we were not ready here. Yeah.
No, I can tell you, we were not ready for snow. Yeah. And somehow in snow, we lost water and power. So
that's crazy.
It was a rough week.
Yeah. And Tam is from Texas. So we were her whole family was there. It was very stressful for all of us. We were just in prayer.
Mm-hmm. Oh, trust me, I completely understand. Like, there were certain areas that were worse than where I was, but it was enough. Okay, so we're having people slowly coming on in. We'll give it a few more minutes, and then we'll go officially live. We're excited.
We're excited. This is great.
I'm sure you guys do this all the time, though. So this is the first of many.
Yeah. But it's fun, you know. It's like you get to meet new people, learn about new brands. Like, you know, it's just cool. Connect with women. Like, it's just really cool.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in and joining That's So Bold for this interview with the Shindellas. As you know, that you guys recognize the voice. It is Yanni. So we are going to go ahead and get into this. So Shindellas, we have this AC of the Shindellas, as we know.
Yes.
The ACs. And I'm Stacy. And we're missing Tam Bam, but we are the Shindellas.
Yes. I see that we already have comments rolling in. Someone said, "I love the Shindellas."
Oh, we love you.
So there's already a lot of love going for you all in the comments. But just to kind of start things off, can you tell me a little bit about you ladies and how you became a female band?
Yes. Yeah. See, I get so excited. I start smiling so big, my face starts going crazy. Well, I was originally I'm from Seattle, and I was living in LA, acting and doing music, and I met Chuck Harmony, who produces our music at a networking event. This was years ago, and we just stayed in touch. I was writing and performing as a solo artist, and then one day, out of the blue, he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I see everything you're doing. How would you like to do that in a band with a girl band?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Tell me about this." And then do you want to tell your bit? And then we'll go say how we all connected.
It's Chuck Harmony and Claude Kelly, the singing songwriting duo who came up with the idea of the Shindellas. I met both of them in LA. I was singing background vocals, writing my own music. I was in a band with Chuck Harmony. So we were touring and singing inspirational music. And I knew I wanted something a little bit more, and I wanted to be a part of something bigger than just myself. And he came up with this idea. He asked me about it, and I was so at the idea of making music that was different than what I had been hearing, and something that my little sister could connect to and my grandmother could listen to, and I'd feel proud to send to her and share with her. So that sold me, and we began searching, and we moved to Nashville in 2016. Started the search here. We've looked everywhere in the country, found
That's when I flew in.
And
That's when I got flew out to Franklin, Tennessee, and met Stay Space, and we sang together, and we went and we looked at the movie, and we were like, oh my God, this could really be a thing. And then
Kirk Franklin video shoot.
Yeah, I went to Franklin, it was crazy. And then Tammy, she's originally from Texas, from Wharton, Texas. She grew up singing gospel music, like is known for that. Was on season 5 of The Voice, was like in the top, like one of the finalists on there. So she had gone viral. She like was posting the first singing to Vine and to Instagram, and had a bunch of stuff go viral. But Claude Kelly, who the songwriter we work with, he thought the person he Santa Baby, and was like slid into the DMs and like, not to be creepy, but was going to come around to Franklin. So we met, like, hello. And so we all met, and it was like lightning in a bottle. And we were just like, we talked in that first meeting where we had red wine and we were crying, and we were talking about how we wanted to be the artists that we needed when we were little, just to show more complete representation of Black women in music. Because we were like, there's so many amazing Black women artists out there, and what can we say? And how can we say it in a way that's not being said exactly? And
yeah.
So you put out to Tennessee to adding in different people. That's kind of how the Shindellas came about. And I really, really like the name, and I would like to know more about the story on how you became Shindella.
Yeah, sure. So the name actually it comes from a made-up word that we use in the studio. That word is shindo. And we use this word whenever we get like super excited, or we get an idea and we get goosebumps, or we get like chills. We're like, ooh, that's a shindo. So that's just something like we say in the studio. And the Shindellas is named after the way we want to make people feel. So it's like we want to give people chills. The Shindellas, the ladies who bring the chills.
Yes.
That is so cute. I love that. I know you guys have been a group for quite some time now. I love that you guys are wanting to be uplifting and empowering. So because of that, and because you want to have a connection to your music, can you let me know what of your songs you connect to the most?
Ooh, yeah. We always say, happy to see you. That song, it's grown so much. It's one of the first songs we sang together. We sang it live first that was one of the first songs we sang live and shared with our fans. And it's a song that always keeps us grounded. It was really necessary last year just to see people. So that one is definitely one that sticks out and we enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, you muted. Marley,
Definitely a song I say that we absolutely needed for last year.
Yeah.
So I know that you all kind of went on different searches. You all have different backgrounds. You all have to, formulate together and become this group. So what other challenges do you have, being in the industry and being an artist?
That's a good question. I think right now, because we are trying very hard to be original and be another perspective, we are treading new ground. And a lot of people are still understanding what that is and where to place the us, or where they, how to understand and receive what we're, it's really new for a lot of people. So I think that is something that has been a real cool challenge, to tread our own path and the work that comes along with that.
Absolutely. That sounds so amazing. And I know music is what you're doing. I know that you guys are very driven about it, community-based. But if you had to, like, for instance, God forbid, stop doing music tomorrow, or if you've never done music before, what would you be doing right now?
Well, I mean, I act as well and I write. So, I mean, in a dream world, I would probably be a novelist, a historian, something,
I can see that.
something in like the anthropology field, cultural anthropology, something like that.
Yeah, I'd probably have a craft studio somewhere.
You already have a craft studio.
A workshop somewhere where I'd be building random things. I don't know. I'd probably have a really large garden and have a lot of cucumbers and cherry tomatoes somewhere. I don't know.
Because Stacey's an amazing visual artist. Like if you look at our page, the single we released before our most current single, Many. Fear Has No Place. Stacey did the art for that. The picture we used for our new album art, Stacey creative directed, conceptualized, designed that shoot. Stacey has a company called My Butterfly Sanctuary.
Yes.
She makes these custom headpieces. Like when I tell you, Stacey will just be sitting there and be like, I have an idea. And you just know, at this point, I just know to be like, and how can I support this idea? Because she will make something out of nothing.
Yeah. That's what I like to say. I like to make something out of nothing.
So when you do that, do you start with like a vision board and you just go from there, or is it just all random?
We have a giant vision board at the workshop, this space where we're allowed to come and be creative. This is where we record. This is where we met and rehearse. Like this is a space for us. And in this space, we have this like giant wall. It used to hang like just our faces, as we were coming together, and like blank images, like blank face sketches, because we didn't know, who it would be. And now it's like full of our dreams and different brands and cities we want to go to, and
different venues.
So it does start with the vision board. I always say to write it down or pick a date. Like that's the best way to get something started, is to put a date down, because then you're like accountable for that date. It's going to come and remind you.
Speaking of putting a date down, I'm looking at our comments right now, and a lot of people are asking about tours. So is there a tour? Are there dates coming?
We want to get on the road so bad, like so bad.
Y'all have no idea. Like you have no idea. I've got my tour hair now. I'm pretending I'm on tour in my kitchen. Like
we cannot wait to see everyone out there. We started touring in 2018.
Yeah.
And 2019. And we were ready. Like we wanted to go worldwide by 2020. And then COVID happened. So we are open to, different ideas on how to reach people and like things like this, so we can still meet people. And when the world opens up again, and when, a concert hall is open.
So when you have this first show, I'm assuming we're going to wild out in our first show, since it's like, hey,
we're going to go crazy. Okay. This shitty money is going to be on stage. I'm going to be throwing this money on stage, okay?
Oh my goodness.
Do you want to be abundant?
Wild. Okay.
So I also, before we mentioned that you guys are actually a trio and that one of your members is missing, and I see a lot of people in the comments are asking, so would you guys like to hear
I know.
She had a last minute emergency come up, and we all talked, and we just decided we wanted to go ahead and just still connect with everybody. It's just been so crazy this year with things popping up and
a lot of change.
And so whenever we have an opportunity to just say hello, we're just trying to take it no matter what. But she is so sad she can't be here, and we are so sad.
Yeah, here she is, you all. Say hi to Bam.
Say hi to
on her own money.
I love that. So a lot of people are really interested in the vision board that you guys have and how you guys are really trying to implement what you guys have created. A lot of people also want to know, do they have an access to see it, or is that a true safe space just the Shindellas?
We sometimes will post clips of it like in our Instagram story or like when we're live at Weirdo Workshop. We don't have the vision board here because we're not at Weirdo Workshop right now. which is our creative home.
What I'm hearing is that if someone wants to see the vision board, then they need to make sure they're following the right pages.
Yes, exactly.
Follow us online. We might just post it, There's some big dreams on there.
I feel like that's really great that you guys have that roadmap. I love that it's super, super personal. And I'm sure that you guys are going to start checking those things off one by one real soon.
It's kind of crazy because we've had it since we came together. And sometimes things will happen that we're just like, this was on the vision board. This was on that first vision. Like things happen when we put that board is magic.
Beyonce's Black is King. The whole visual is on our vision board.
It's on our vision board before the visual came out. And then it came out and we were like,
take this down. We're going to go
Beyonce, she wanted to just do everything.
And then revamp that. Switch this around.
Because then we were like,
Beyonce.
Yeah.
I know you just mentioned Beyonce, so that makes me think about collaborations. Do you guys have like a dream collaboration or a list of dream collaborations?
Yes.
Yeah.
And obviously Queen Bee is right there on top. Although we did hear that she liked our music.
She's inspired by the Shindellas,
lifting, and so we were like, hey, Bee.
How did it feel? It's like to hear about that.
Yeah.
We love Rihanna too. Like we'd love to collaborate with her.
Queen Latifah.
Yes. Her whole brand, her whole life.
Icon. Missy Elliott.
Yes. Andre 3000.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because he's weird and cool,
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Kamasi Washington, just like something crazy and jazzy and, just like, we just really want to work with people who are always pushing themselves. So, you want to discover something new when you collaborate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a split question. So this question is going to be for each one of you ladies. However, I want a different answer from each one. Sound good?
Yeah.
So if you had to describe Shindella, your sound, your brand, everything in 3 words, you two could not use the same 3 words. How are we going to describe it?
Sounds like money.
I don't want to go after that. That was good.
Sounds
like
what money sounds like. Yeah, it sounds like money.
Outer space fantasy.
Sounds like money, outer space fantasy.
I'm going to go for Tam too. Tam says women empowering women. That's 3 words.
Oh, I love it. So speaking of money, I know that you guys did have your new single Money drop. I know video is still to come, but how was that experience of being in the studio and creating that song?
Oh my gosh.
That song was a lot of fun. It was a lot of hard work. There's a lot of dynamics in there. There's a lot of changes.
There's a lot of singing in that song. Like you couldn't not, there was no room to there's nothing gentle about the process. It was like, all right, and now we're going to modulate. And then, you know what? Let's do another modulation. Like Stephen's usually singing tenor, was singing where I normally sing as the soprano. And then I was just singing like where I was like,
clouds.
It was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was spiritual.
The studio is a lot of fun too. Like whenever we're in that space, it's ours, and we turn up in the studio. So it's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I know, that sounds so amazing. So of course, Money just dropped. That there, of course, is going to be more songs to come. So what can we expect from the Shindellas in the future?
You can expect singing. You can expect
nothing you've ever heard before. It's going to be original.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be another level for us.
Yeah.
So don't a lot of people try to pin us down and try to guess what's coming next. You're not going to know. It's just surprising. Chuck and Claude are just having a lot of fun, and they are pushing the limits with what they can do, and it's just going to sound like that. sound like fun and like a journey.
And so speaking of pushing the limits, I had heard a bit of a rumor, and I just don't know if you're going to be able to answer it or not. But if we can push the limit, I don't mind trying.
Okay. Let's try.
So I heard a rumor that you guys are looking to be on a reboot soundtrack with Lewis in New York. Are you able to give me any background knowledge on that?
I plead the fifth. I do not confirm nor deny this allegation.
Can't confirm or deny, but if we were speaking in hypotheticals, if we had to create any kind of soundtracks, what kind of movies would you say, like, oh, when you see this, that's the Shindellas?
Ooh, I love that question. I don't know why I just thought Princess and the Frog. An animation would be really cool, or like Hercules. I don't know.
Yeah. Cool. I think of our new canon of music we have coming, there is room for romance. There is room for some action. There's room for everything.
Well, considering the fact that there's room for romance, and because we do have an actress in the group, would you ever consider like taking on a role to where if you all could do music and acting at the same time?
Oh my God, absolutely. And honestly, all three of us act. Like we had an opportunity last year to really like get in there and work on a movie musical with Kathy Lee Gifford.
Oh wow.
And it was kind of amazing to watch everybody kind of blossom as actors. And we just had this conversation the other day, like if something were to come up where it was just for one of us and not all three of us, like obviously it would have to be something that we could work around, but that would be such a great opportunity for anyone. And one thing with Shindellas is we're going to push every one of us to go after every single dream you have. No cap. Like if there's something you want to do, and I'm going to try to help you do that. And I know Stacey's going to do that for me. Tam's going to do that. Like that's the thing. That's the thing about sisterhood.
I love that. And I know we keep hinting about like future music, but there are current songs that everyone can always go tune into, certain projects that they can listen to. So of the songs that you have right now on your most recent project, what would you like to say, like, this is the forefront, this is the idea of what we want you guys to feel when you hear us?
I think we want you to feel good and we want you to feel seen, especially after the last year we had. The project is full of songs that really minister to the hurts of last year.
What is, aside from the song that we previously mentioned, is there a personal favorite for you as an individual on your last project?
Yeah, mine is Chills. I love that song. It's so feminine and girly, and it has a nice bop to it.
Yeah, my mom's favorite song.
Chills.
I feel like that also matches what you said earlier too. When you said when you heard people hear your name, you said,
Yes.
I think my favorites. I think it's a tie with H2C. It's the dance remix of Happy to See You and Fear Has No Place. Because Fear Has No Place to me is like almost like an opera. It's got all these different movements and it's so big, and you hear it was when we recorded it and when I heard it back for the first time, I cried because I was like, I'm hearing things in everybody's voices that I've never heard before. And so I just love it for that. I'll just be like, wow.
That's so amazing. I know earlier before we mentioned like real babies and fur babies. What is the name of the fur baby behind you?
Oh my gosh.
Is that?
Which one is it? Oh, that's Marley. He's probably Marley. He's my fur baby.
And then we also have Gus over here causing trouble, eating all the food.
He said, you know.
That's my fur baby. Like his mother, he likes the numbers.
So of course, when you guys became a group, you all had to take time to get to know each other, get to blend. What was the one thing when you saw each other where you're like, oh, that's my girl, that's my sister for life?
Oh.
For me with Stace, it was Stace came to pick me up from the airport, And she had been living in Nashville for maybe like 4 months. And I got in the car and I could tell that it was like, you were in a new city, and they were like, show her around the city. And she was like, I just got here. So we got in the car and she was like, you want to go thrifting? And then we were kind of trying to figure out what to do because, it's like you first meet somebody and you're like, da-da-da-da. And I was like, there's a supermoon tonight. And she was like,
yeah.
You like the moon?
Yeah.
And we literally drove around the city finding the best place to just stare at the moon. And we just leaned back and we're like,
yeah,
and then
great.
We're both moon gazers.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the moment for me where I was like, I love her. I mean, there was plenty of others, but that was like.
I think for me, it was seeing Kay's come down the stairs at the workshop singing, just right like to herself. And she like filled up the whole house with her voice. It was so beautiful. And I just wanted to, I just wanted her to come back. I wanted her to be in my life. I wanted her to be in the Shindellas. It was right in the beginning.
That's
amazing. Where I know Tam would say this too, where we were in the Wiggle, which is our rehearsal space. And, after a long day or after stress, we would just meditate together or pray together. And whenever you can really just drop your ego and pray with someone, especially your bandmate, your sister, it is healing to another level. So I think that made a really great connection for the three of us.
Yeah, Tammy started this check-in one night. She just stopped the music, stopped everything, and she was like, "How are your hearts?
How's your brain? How's
and
your
then
brain doing? How's your heart?"
Yeah. And it was like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Everything about your creative process, about you guys as a whole, seems very organic and very genuine and about bonds and connections. So I feel like that's something that's going to be very, very much embodied in the Shindellas and in the projects that you guys have to come out. So I am very, very excited to see it. I wish we had the full trio because I'm sure that's just more energy that could be bouncing around.
Yeah.
In the comments right now, everyone is raving the energy that you're giving off, and
it's sweet.
It's encapsulating. It is something that I think is very, very amazing. It's very raw.
Thank you.
I'm
reading the comments right now too. Someone said y'all would eat Hercules. If y'all were on that.
Hercules,
Pac-Man, jump.
Who put the Gladiator?
Gladiator. Oh, I love that. A lot of people were also asking when you were mentioning your collaboration. Someone said, would you ever do a song with Nicki Minaj?
Well, listen, she is so gifted. Are you kidding me? With one of the greatest female rappers ever?
That'd be really cool.
Yeah. Bars.
Yeah.
We get bars. I have to go in there and be like, let me just show you a little sign.
So, would you ever, because I know you guys, everyone has an amazing, strong voice, but would you ever tap into different genres to try different things from different ranges?
Yeah, I think so. I think we do now. They can't put us in a genre right now. I think we tap into different genres.
I think on the project, you're actually going to hear that more. There's you'll hear a softer, jazzier side of us.
Rock, gospel.
Sexier side of us.
Yeah, R&B. Yeah, it's all in there.
So there is no lane or no music road that the Shindellas can't cross.
Yeah. We look forward to the challenge of anything new, anything that can push us anywhere. That's where we want to go.
So is there, I know that you said that you're looking for that next step, something to push you to go to the next level. Do you guys feel like y'all are tipping that point? There's something behind the scenes of hey, this is the next level. I can't wait for this.
It feels like we're in that moment right now. And I don't know, because I've never been in that moment before, but
it's palpable.
But there's just, even with the Fear Has No Place release, how it got featured on Essence, and we found out that now President Joe Biden was sharing the article with people and was a fan of us in the song. So hearing things like that, and then we did it, Joe. And then starting to see the people who are sharing and engaging and the way we're connecting, it's you can feel the momentum. And so
wow, you guys are actually like on a list of like top artists to watch. So that's amazing. There's a lot of people who are like putting force behind you guys. I've seen a lot of things about you guys. And I feel like considering the fact that you guys already have rumors about you all, that's just I always say when there are rumors, there are things to come.
there
And
are
I'm
things.
excited to see how rumors play out because if there is a soundtrack, I'm a fan. Like to see what these things come about, especially if we're tapping into multiple ranges. I also know that with things that I've like researched about you guys, things that I've mentioned, Entertainment Weekly, when they put you guys as an artist to watch, how did that feel? Because I know that there's with People Magazine, there's Essence, and a lot of other publications that really are talking about the Shindellas right now.
It was a shindo.
Yeah.
We were like, and it was the actual magazine dropped over the holidays, so we were all in our respective hometowns for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember us all driving around trying to find it, like.
Yeah. I still got my copy out. It's so dope.
Yeah.
We got a copy at the workshop. We just have it out. You know, it's so cool to see. It was really surprising, but reassuring and, you know, inspiring to just be like, yes, we are about to blow up. Let's go.
Because you're doing all of this work day to day and recording and just posting and like learning. And then suddenly something like that happens and you're like, oh, we're making noise.
Yeah, they can see us.
They can see us. Like, you can hear us.
Yes, I know, like right now, because money just dropped, I know that there's a lot of anticipation with Weirdo Workshop for the music video. So is there anything that you can tell us? Is there any other ways they can track you guys out to look for upcoming projects, songs, and the video release for money?
Yes. Drop your email at theshindellas.com. Subscribe with our website, and we will let you know when we're doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
Join our community there at the Shindellas on Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter.
We're everywhere.
YouTube.
We're planning on dropping a lot of visuals.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to join the YouTube family.
We've been documenting this entire process.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to see the highs, the lows, the hilarity, the ridiculously.
Yeah, from the beginning. Yeah,
That's so amazing. So as you know, y'all heard it here first. If you guys are wanting to follow up with their music, if you guys are looking for their highly anticipated Money music video, you guys can follow them on social media, and you guys can also go to the Weirdo Workshop in order to get additional information. So is there anything else that we can expect from the Shindellas recent, like to come up in the future?
More music,
more
fashion,
more visual art.
I
think that's the best way to say it. Not just visuals, but visual art.
Mm-hmm.
More. We've been in like a creativity explosion over here, and we just want to share everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're sharing.
And of course, our upcoming album hits that stick like grits.
Get into
dropping in 2021.
Yes,
ma'am. So I'm very, very, very excited for you ladies. I'm very excited to see what all you have in store. We absolutely are looking forward to having your new projects. And we would also love it if you ladies came back. We would love to have the full trio here, because if this is the interview from 2, I know it's going to be explosive with 3.
Thank you. Maybe we'll sing next time, you know?
Harmonies. I love that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Whatever you want to share here, we are absolutely huge fans, and we would love to see it all.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for your time today, ladies. Once again, make sure that you guys go to their pages, follow them on social media, go to the Weirdo Workshop, and let's keep up driving their song Money, as well as their highly anticipated music video that is soon to come.
Oh,
we got the power bill.
We've got Tammy here too. Tammy says thank you, and she loves everyone too.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of y'all's busy schedules. I know y'all have so much to go through, from studio sessions to that creative visual board. So I wish you the best of luck. And I cannot wait for the Money music video.
It's coming.
Thank you, Yanni. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. You ladies have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.